Welcome to a tale of love, betrayal, and vengeance. May it grip you from the first word to the last. Best wishes as you dive in. 12 years. 12 years I believed in every word we whispered, every promise we made, every future we envisioned under the glow of our shared dreams. On that night, our anniversary, I thought we were celebrating a lifetime built together, a monument to trust, laughter, and intimacy that had weathered every storm. The rooftop restaurant sparkled under fairy lights, the city skyline shimmering like a million distant eyes watching our happiness. Close friends and family surrounded us, laughter and clinking glasses filling the air, a soundtrack to a perfect life. Or so I believed. Ava's smile looked genuine, at least at first, but there was something flickering behind her eyes, something I didn't recognize until the moment I wished I hadn't seen at all. The toast had just been made, glasses raised, compliments exchanged. I leaned closer, whispering how lucky I was to have her, how these 12 years had been my entire world. Her lips curled in a soft laugh, but it didn't reach her eyes. The shift was subtle at first, a tilt of the head, a pause too long in her expression, and then it happened. She laughed, her lips parting, her gaze sliding to someone behind me, a man I hadn't seen before, seated at the far end of the rooftop, smiling in a way that made my stomach knot. Ava's hand left mine, resting lightly on his arm. I froze, the wine glass trembling in my grip. For a heartbeat, I couldn't breathe. My mind screamed denial, but my eyes betrayed the truth. She leaned forward, brushing her fingers over his, laughter bubbling in a sound so intimate, so familiar, that I realized my entire world was crumbling before my eyes. Friends were oblivious, laughing at some joke I didn't hear, clinking glasses in celebration, unaware of the storm brewing just behind the sparkle of fairy lights. I wanted to shout, to demand, to tear this moment apart, but I didn't. I couldn't. Something inside me clicked, something cold and precise. I wouldn't give her the satisfaction of a scene. I would watch. I would wait. And then, I would make her regret it in a way she could never erase. The drive home was silent. Ava chatted casually, mentioning the dessert we'd left unfinished, the friends who had complimented her outfit, as if nothing had happened. Her casualness was the knife twisting in my chest. I felt numb, yet every nerve screamed for justice. That night, while she slept, I didn't. I went through our apartment with the precision of a man who had lost everything and now needed answers. Her phone sat on the table, notifications blinking innocuously. I didn't touch it. I didn't need to. She had left traces, traces that spoke louder than any confession. Receipts, hotel bookings, messages sent from devices I didn't recognize. The meticulous way she had orchestrated a double life. It was breathtaking in its audacity. But beneath the thrill of betrayal, I discovered the threads I could pull, threads that would unravel everything she thought she controlled. I realized she wasn't just cheating. She had woven a network of lies so vast, it spanned months, maybe years, and yet, in her arrogance, she had underestimated one thing: me. Days passed. I followed her patterns, memorized her routines. Every meeting she claimed to have was meticulously checked. Every late night at work was cross-referenced with evidence she couldn't hide. Surveillance footage from parking garages, timestamps, and a web of small, almost invisible truths that betrayed her every step. I became both the hunter and the observer, calculating each move, ensuring I never slipped, ensuring she never suspected that her empire of lies was beginning to crumble. Then came the night I decided to act. She had arranged a private dinner, claimed it was just a friendly celebration with her accomplice. I knew the location, I knew the time, and I knew what I had to do. From the shadows, I watched as she arrived, dressed in elegance, the familiar sparkle in her eyes reserved not for me, but for him. They laughed, exchanged touches that were once mine to claim, and I recorded everything, every glance, every touch, every betrayal. Every laugh was a nail in the coffin of the life she had taken for granted. But the suspense wasn't just for her. For me, it was a test, a delicate balancing act. How far could I push before she noticed me? How close could I come before the first thread snapped? The city lights blinked in rhythm with my heartbeat as I captured it all, my mind spinning a story of justice. Not vengeance fueled by rage, but vengeance precise, surgical, and absolute. The next morning, I confronted her, not with shouting, not with tears, but with a calm that belied the storm raging inside me. I handed her a USB drive. On it were hours of recordings, all the evidence she had thought invisible. Her confident smile faltered. Her eyes widened. Panic seeped in like a poison she couldn't contain. I didn't say a word. I let the silence speak. Let her imagination fill the void. Her empire of lies, exposed in its entirety. She had been reckless, arrogant, believing she could manipulate and deceive. But she had underestimated the one thing she could never predict: my patience, my precision, and my control. She left that day, suitcase in hand, her future uncertain, her world dismantled by the truth she had tried to hide. And I stayed, standing among the remnants of what was once love, knowing that some betrayals demand justice, and some vengeance is best served quietly, surgically, leaving nothing behind but the echo of a lesson learned too late. 12 years of devotion, 12 years of trust, shattered in a single night. Yet from that wreckage rose clarity, power, and the undeniable truth that betrayal is only as strong as the one who tolerates it. And I, who had loved blindly, now loved the one thing she could never touch again: my indomitable resolve, my unbreakable spirit, and the knowledge that while she laughed that night, the last laugh would always be mine. Best wishes, and may every story you read remind you that truth, patience, and precision always find a way.